morning, sir.
Mohit, you've studied for several years in the ILC, and we'd just like to congratulate you that you now have become an army officer.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you went for your SSB in November 2017, and it was your first attempt, and you managed to clear that on your first attempt, and now you've completed your training in Chennai, and you've also passed out as a lieutenant. This is a great achievement, and we're just very proud that you've been a part of ILC and that we've been a small part of your journey.
Thank you, sir.
Now, the first question I'd like to ask you, Mohit, is that you were able to clear on your first attempt. What would you say were some of the main qualities which were needed in order to manage that achievement?
So the main quality that I think that is required to be recommended is that you must be confident in whatever you do, right from the day 1 to day 5. Whatever task you are allotted or whenever you are asked about something, you should be confident enough to speak and to express yourself in the way your heart is thinking. And the other thing that I think was one of the major factors to get recommended was the honesty, sir. In the ILC, I was taught both, to be confident and to be honest in whatever you speak.
Now, you said that it's important to be confident. How would you say that you become confident?
So I think that in ILC we were given such environment where we speak in front of the people we don't know. They were the foreigners from different countries. We get time to interact with them, and it was a kind of first-hand experience to interact with the people from different countries. And the SSB was quite similar because the people who were interviewing me, I never knew them before. So to speak in front of the strangers and to speak the extempo speeches that we practiced at the ILC. So that was one of the major things that ILC helped me to do, and it was quite similar in the SSB too. So I didn't find that situation new because I was habitual of speaking the extempo speeches and meet new people to make friends, and the PD classes, it helped me to develop the confidence.
That's great. So when you were recommended, Mohit, you went and had your training at OTA Chennai.
Yes, sir.
This is one of India's premier training institutes.
Yes, sir.
Tell us, what were some of your experiences there during your training year?
So the 1 year of training, it was a very good period that I'll remember for my lifetime. There were many things that I learned there, as I never knew swimming before. So I learned swimming in the academy, the horse riding, the watermanship. And apart from that, the camaraderie that we built up in the academy, it remains for the lifetime.
So you mentioned swimming.
Yes, sir.
I know that most Pahadis, they don't swim because they don't have any water.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your experience of swimming.
So swimming was the only one thing that was pulling me back in the academy, as I was excellent and outstanding in most of the activities, right from the physical activities to the academics to the drill, firing, everything. But swimming, it pulled me back. So it was very tough for me for the initial training months to learn swimming. I used to spend a lot of time in the swimming pool.
Okay. So can you swim well now?
Yes, sir. Recently I participated in one of the triathlons in the Army Adventure Cup at Rishikesh.
Okay. How did that go? How did the triathlon go?
It was good, sir. We came first initially, and in the final competition we stood third.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
So, Mohit, we know that there are many Pahadis, mountain people, Kumanis in the army. What would you say are some of the qualities which Pahadis have, which makes them so selectable and so attractive for the army?
The main qualities that I think whenever people hear about some Pahadi or whenever they are looking at a Pahadi, the two main qualities are, the first thing is honesty and the second thing is his strength.
Right. So a Pahadi is honest and strong.
Yes, sir.
How does that make a difference in the army?
So whenever we talk about the army, so from strength I mean both mental and physical strength, because we are born and brought up in such an environment where we grow ourselves mentally and as well as physically also, because the environment is such and the upbringing is such that we become more stronger, both mentally and physically.
Right.
So apart from that, the army, in the army, one of the core qualities, core values that people want is honesty. So both the things, the strength and the honesty, they're required in the army.
Great. And are there any drawbacks which the Pahadi people have, which they have to overcome in order to succeed in selection and later as an officer?
So, well, as per my observation, sir, when I went for my SSB interview, I was not the only Pahadi there. Though I had practiced a lot in the ILC and as well as with my friends and with my NCC colleagues, so I was confident enough to face the interview. But talking about the other candidates who were Pahadis, the main problem that I saw was the exposure. They are bounded to a certain circle and we don't get certain exposure. And apart from that, sir, the English was one of the major factors because there were many good candidates, but the only reason they were not able to express themselves and they were not able to speak. So maybe that's why they were not selected. So exposure and English, these are two of the major drawbacks that I observed during my SSB interview.
Yes. And finally, I'd like to ask you that if you were to encourage the young people of Uttarakhand, how would you like to encourage them?
The biggest motivation is itself from the Pahad, sir. As we see, the chief of the army staff, he himself is a Pahadi. So nothing can be a biggest motivation or encouragement than that.
That's a huge encouragement.
Yes, sir.
So Mohit, we'd just like to thank you so much for your time today, for taking time for the ILC, and we wish you best of luck for your career, for your postings, and with everything else which you're going to be doing in the coming years.
Thank you, sir.